there's a hidden tax. And that begins the moment you step out corporate America's doors and you become self-employed. That hidden tax is called the productivity tax, and if you aren't prepared for it, it'll bankrupt your dreams quicker than a drunken night in Vegas. The problem is, in that high-paying corporate job, that golden cage with the golden handcuffs wrapped around your wrist, keeping you restrained from achieving your dreams, your time was managed by them. But now, you have freedom, and it feels like a heavy weight that's been placed upon your back because you're steering the ship now. So think back in your corporate life. Your success was just showing up to meetings that others booked. Think about all those times you sat in meetings, you're at a table with a bunch of coworkers from different departments. You might be sitting there for 30 minutes to an hour, and someone else is running their mouth most of the time. You may contribute zero to that meeting. Maybe you do participate. But the way is, you're getting paid for your time sitting there in that meeting. But now, every hour, every decision is on you. Should I work on my project? Are you fortunate to have a project? Maybe I should work on my website. Oh, hell, I feel like I'm going to go for a walk, clear my mind. That's all on you now. The rule of one. How to pick that one needle moving task even before the day starts so you can avoid the tax. You want to create efficiency. You don't want to get up out of bed every day and go, oh, what the hell am I going to do today? You're now your own accounting firm, tech support, even the damn janitor. You're the jack of all trades. Sometimes this creates a shock to our system. I mean, what are you going to do? Submit a help desk ticket to yourself? But that's the road you laid ahead for yourself. When you left corporate America behind, forget that golden cage and those golden handcuffs chaining you down. There's a hidden cost of software subscriptions, hardware failures, and unpaid admin hours. So you got this friction. Every minute you spend fixing your PDF or you're hunting down an invoice, it's a minute stolen from the work that actually pays the bills. When you're wearing all the hats, it's at a mental cost. There's a heavy burden because you are the jack of all trades. You are the one-man show. You're doing everything. Now, some thrive on that. Personally, I did. I've been self-employed throughout my career. When I'd be in the zone, self-employed, cranking out the work, I made a mental note that every hour for my own physical health, I would stand up. You stand up, it's great to stretch out the hip flexors because you're sitting down all day and that just destroys your lower back. Everybody knows they sit in a cubicle 8, 10 hours a day. Horrible on the body. So I would stand up, stretch out, and I look out in the distance because you need to save your lower back. You need to save your vision. If you're staring at a little monitor or your damn phone all day long, you're killing your eyes. You have to look at a distance. So I did that every hour. Now that was a productive measure for me to take for myself, and I would recommend anyone else in that position do the same. But if you find yourself in the zone and you get distracted, let's say you're just typing away at your laptop, look out the window, you see some kids playing. Okay, maybe you don't see kids playing nowadays. They're all doing that too. You look out the window and you see some birds flying, maybe some squirrels bouncing off the trees, hopping around. And then you start daydreaming. Well, now you just broke your mental in the zone moment. And science says it takes 23 minutes to get back into the zone once you've been distracted. In a pivot, you're the interrupter. You check your email. Then you try to create. You get back to work. Then you check your bank statements. You're sifting through some invoices. You're all over the place. So you gotta hone it in so you can be productive. So basically you gotta keep yourself in check. So what can you do? You can batch tasks. You can create theme days if that helps you. You could have admin Mondays where you're doing all your administrative work for your job. You could have Tech Tuesdays. Maybe you have to upgrade your PC, any of your equipment. You got to run the updates, virus scans, all that fun stuff. You're doing these things that'll put you in a path of being more efficient. It lays out a routine, and then maybe you'll stop the mental bleed, and you won't freak out so much because you got to do it all because you're wearing all the hats. Now I've dealt with this firsthand. Being self-employed, when you're the jack of all trades and all the weight's on your shoulders, It's easy to freak out. I understand that. To prevent that, though, you just put systems in place, that routine, the structure. You have that, it'll save your sanity. You don't want to be freaking out every day and you're thinking about, man, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I should go back to that gold in the cage and work for the man. The slave of the grind, having to answer someone every day. No, 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 no. You don't need that. You just need to check yourself and put you on that right path. Discipline. That's what you need. So now the reason I'm sharing this, it's not to discourage you guys. It's to encourage you that yes, it can be done. Just make sure you're mentally prepared for it. Because there is no longer sitting in that stupid, boring meeting, listening to someone yap away for an hour, and you get paid for it, though. That's the beauty of it. That safety net's gone. You're the safety net. The productivity tax, it isn't a reason to stay in the cage. It's the price of admission for your freedom. You didn't quit your job to work more. You quit your job to work smarter. Work for yourself. Freedom isn't the absence of structure. It's the ability to create your own path. If you're planning your exit, which part of the productivity tax is your biggest hurdle? Drop a comment. And if you haven't seen my breakdown of the 12-month savings rule, check the video on the screen. If you enjoy my content, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's make this channel grow. I appreciate your time. I'll see you soon.